So in this module, I'm going to show you how to create a kilowatt hour energy report, use the stats, customize your report, export the data, and create an overlay chart. Some of the key features are to create your energy reports quickly, create more complicated reports that use granular data, statistical analysis, and annotations in under 5 minutes. Firstly, we need to select data analysis. In here, you will find two folder options: the option to open an existing report or create a new report. If you've created a report in the past and saved it, the report will be stored in Open Existing Report. If we just wanted to create a new report, which we do today, we're just going to select New Report. On either side of the page, on the left-hand side, you've got the Meters tab, and on the right-hand side, you've got the Options tab. The Meters tab is a list of your portfolio of sites, and the Options tab allows you to manipulate the report once created. In the Meters tab, I'm going to search for my site. So I'm going to use a search bar at the top, and I'm just going to populate it with my site name. You can search by the meter name or by the site name here. So I'm going to go into Omega Demo, and I'm going to select the electricity folder, and I'm going to select my meter. Once the meter is selected, if I move into the top right hand corner, you will see the green update button. Select Update. And this will bring the consumption back for the last 12 months at a monthly level. And by hovering over each of the bars, it gives me the value in kilowatt hours for that particular month. If I wanted to drill into a particular month, I would just double click on the month. And that takes me into the daily data. Just above the graph, you have the option to manipulate the date range and also the granularity you're looking at. So I'm going to move this down to half-hourly level, which is the raw data. So I'm going to select raw. After every selection that's made, just ensure that you click the update button, otherwise it won't update. So we're now looking at the half-hourly data for the month of February 19. Just below the graph, you can see the stats bar and the data table. The stats indicates the min, average and max for whatever period and granularity you're looking at, as well as the total energy used. If you wanted to highlight these values onto the report itself, you can do that by clicking on the average and clicking on the max, and it just puts a faint blue line across the back of the report. And to get rid of that, you just click on them again. Now this is what we call a static report. And a static report is a period in time that you've selected. We can also do a dynamic view. Now the dynamic view is a rolling period, so it could be previous week, previous month, previous year. And to change that, just select from the drop down dynamic, and we change that to the month. And the reason why you would set it as dynamic, as I said, is if you want to show the previous month's consumption. For example, the previous month is currently showing February's data. As we move into April, it will show March's data, and the report will automatically roll on if you wanted to save that. In the Options tab, you can go to Report Options, and you can change the report type, chart type, to a line or a scatter report if you wanted to do that. I'm going to put it back to a bar, and I'm just going to highlight this area here because it seems quite high. Wednesday the 27th of February. And to do that, I'm going to go into the Options tab, and I'm going to go to Annotate, I'm going to put a box annotation on there, add that in. And all I'm going to do is drag and drop the mouse over the period that I'm worried about. And I'm just going to put a note in there, and I'm going to say why. I'm just going to highlight that in a different color and create the annotation. So now I want to share this with a colleague of mine. So I'm going to go back into the Options tab, and I'm going to select Visibility. And here I've got the option to select Visible to others at site, and that is to share it with your colleagues. As default, the report that you create will be private to you as a user. But if you wanted to share it, select this option here. And finally, I'm just going to save the report. And to do that, I just need to right click on the title. And I'm going to say demo. And then save the report. So that is my report now saved. If I wanted to export any of this information, I would select the export option, and I can export the graph as a picture in PNG or JPEG format, and the stats and the data in CSV. So if I wanted to export the data, just click on data and select export. What you'll notice is there's a little orange flag at the top here. When that goes green, it will mean that the report is run and we can access the data at a half-hourly level. If you wanted to view the full report of data in the actual system, you can just expand the data there and it will show you all the half-hourly data. Yeah, just wait for that to run. Once the flag goes green, if you select the file that you want to open, and we open it up, and it brings back the half-hourly data for that particular meter. If you wanted to compare the data one time period against another for the same meter, select the Options tab and come into Report Type, and we'll select Create an Overlay Report. From here you can select your meters. I'm just going to keep with the same one that's already selected. So start the overlay wizard, and you can do days right up to years. Now I'm going to compare the years, so I'm going to select years and just select next. My meter's already selected, but if you wanted to select another meter, just choose it from the meter tree. Select next again. Again, you've got the option for static or dynamic in here. I'm going to select dynamic, and I'm going to compare 2017 versus 2018. I'm going to select next. I'm going to give my report a name. And again, you've got the option to make it visible to others if you wish. If you don't select that option, it will be private to you. And here, you've got the option to manipulate the report. So if you wanted to put 2018 to a bar, do that, and you can manipulate the colors if you wish. And then we select Finish. And it brings me back the consumption over the last 2 years. Now, bearing in mind, I put this on a rolling view. So once we get to 2020, it will show me 2018's data versus 2019's. And you can see the values split in the table, on the graph, and in the stats. Many thanks.